Welcome back to our channel, everyone. Today is a crazy day to be a soap fan. Honestly, grab a coffee or maybe something stronger because we have a lot to unpack. Let's just dive right into it. So let's just get right into it because I'm still shaking my head at what I just watched. I mean, we all knew that the tension between Forrester Creations and Logan was reaching a boiling point. We have been watching Steffy Forrester basically lose her mind trying to figure out what Katie is up to. Steffy is marching around, demanding answers, acting like she owns the entire fashion industry in Los Angeles. And honestly, it's classic Steffy. But this time it feels different. It feels darker. And then we have Hope. Sweet, innocent, always trying to do the right thing Hope Logan. She left Forrester. She went to Logan. She teamed up with Deke Sharp. And they have been hiding in this secret design studio, cooking up a collection that is supposed to blow Forrester out of the water. But you guys, nobody could have predicted how this was going to end. Or I guess, how it was going to begin. Because this is just the beginning of a massive, massive nightmare. And then there is Remy Price. Oh, Remy. We have to talk about Remy for a second. The guy has been a walking red flag for weeks. Sneaking around, blackmailing Melissa Dillon, trying to force his way back into Deke's life. He's been lurking in the shadows, literally glaring at people at the bikini bar. And we knew he was going to cause trouble. I said it last week. I said, Remy is going to find out the secret, and he is going to ruin everything. But I thought he would just, leak it to the press. Or maybe go to Ridge. I didn't think it would end up. Well, we will get to that. But Remy walks into that secret Logan studio. He sees the sketches. He sees Deke's work. And he puts it all together. He realizes that Deke is the mystery designer and Hope is the mastermind behind it all. So Remy is standing there, holding these sketches, and he is just smiling that weird, sinister smile of his. And he realizes he has the ultimate leverage. He has the golden ticket. He looks at Deke, he looks at Hope, and he realizes that if he calls Steffy Forrester right now, he can blow this entire operation sky high. Because Steffy is already on the warpath. She's already interrogating Katie, trying to peek at designs, demanding names. If Steffy finds out that Hope took Deke, who Steffy specifically fired, remember that? And brought him to Logan to compete against Forrester, Steffy would destroy them. She would sue them into oblivion. She would make sure Hope's career is over before it even restarts. And Remy knows this. He absolutely knows this. So he pulls out his phone. And this is where things just go completely off the rails. Remy threatens to call Steffy right then and there. He is holding the phone up, taunting them. I'm going to call Steffy, he says. And you can see the sheer panic in Hope's eyes. I mean, Annika Noel's acting in this scene was incredible. You could see her entire world flashing before her eyes. Her freedom, her career, her line, her independence from Steffy's shadow. All of it just slipping away because of this one annoying guy with a cell phone. And Hope just snaps. She literally just snaps. She lunges for the phone. But it's not just a quick grab. It turns into this messy, awkward, desperate physical struggle. And you guys know how B&B does physical fights. They are usually kind of clunky, right? Like people just pushing each other and falling over couches. But this felt so raw. Hope is grabbing his arm. Remy is pulling back. Deke is yelling at them to stop. It's chaotic. It's so chaotic. And they're wrestling over this stupid little piece of plastic and glass. And Hope just shoves him. She pushes him hard. She isn't trying to kill him. I really don't think she meant to hurt him that badly. She just wanted him away from the phone. She just wanted it to stop. But Remy stumbles backward, and it happens in slow motion. He trips, he loses his balance, and he falls hard. And his head hits the sharp wooden edge of this massive design table in the middle of the studio. And the sound. Oh my God, the sound. It was this sickening crack. It was loud. It was definitive. And Remy just drops to the floor. He doesn't move. He doesn't groan. He just lies there. And the silence that followed in that room was deafening. I was sitting on my couch, literally holding my breath. I was like, wait, is he unconscious? Is he just knocked out? No, he is dead. Remy Price is dead. He died instantly. The writers actually went there. They killed him off. And they made Hope Logan the killer. Well, accidental killer, but still, a killer. What were they thinking? I mean, I love a good twist, but this is insane. Hope Logan, the moral compass of the show, the woman who preaches about honesty and integrity, just caught a body. She literally pushed a man to his death in a fashion studio. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. Maybe I'm being too harsh. Okay, that sounded dramatic, but you get what I mean, right? This changes her character forever. There's no coming back from this. You don't just accidentally kill someone and go back to designing youthful spring collections. So Hope is standing there, staring at Remy's lifeless body, and she starts hyperventilating. She is in total shock. She drops to her knees. She is shaking. She's probably thinking about her kids, about Liam, about Brooke. Oh man, Brooke is going to lose her mind when she finds out. If she finds out. Because Deke completely changes in this moment. Deke goes from being this excited, optimistic designer to full-on mobster mode. I guess the sharp family genetics finally kicked in, right? Because Deacon has a dark past, Sheila is basically a supervillain, and now Deke is stepping up to the plate to handle a dead body. Deke looks at Hope, and he tells her they cannot call the police. He convinces her, in this totally twisted, panicked logic, that if they call the cops, no one will believe it was an accident. Because of the rivalry, because of the secret studio, because of the poaching. He tells her that the Forresters will use this to destroy her. Steffy will make sure she goes to prison. And Hope is so terrified, so broken in that moment, that she listens to him. She actually listens to him. She agrees to cover it up. I was screaming at my TV. Call 911, Hope. Call the police. It was an accident. But no, they decide to hide the body. And how do they hide him? Oh, it gets better. Or worse, depending on how you look at it. They look around this design studio, which is filled with fabrics and mannequins and sewing machines. And they see this massive, heavy-duty fabric shipping crate. A crate meant for transporting bolts of silk and cotton across the country. And Deke decides, yep, that is where he goes. So they drag Remy's dead body across the floor. They literally stuff him into a shipping crate. A fabric crate. It is so macabre. It is so dark for the bold and the beautiful. This is like something out of a crime thriller, not a daytime soap about fashion houses. And the logistics of this are just blowing my mind. Like, what are they going to do with the crate? Are they going to ship it to Paris? Are they going to leave it in the corner of the studio while they design dresses next to it? Oh, do not mind that smell. It is just the new organic cotton. I mean, come on. It is so absurd, but it's also terrifying. Because they are trapped now. They are bound together by this horrific secret. Deke and Hope are now accomplices in a murder cover-up, and they still have to launch a fashion line. How do you sketch a summer dress when there's a dead guy in a box 3 feet away from you? And while all of this is happening, while Hope is spiraling into a deep, dark abyss of guilt and trauma, what is Steffy doing? Steffy is on a rampage. Steffy is stomping around Los Angeles, looking for Remy, because Steffy knows Remy was snooping around. She wants information. She wants to know who the mystery designer at Logan is. She thinks Remy has the answers. So Steffy is calling him. She is looking for him everywhere. She is interrogating people in the hallways at Forrester. She is putting so much pressure on everyone, demanding to know if anyone has seen him. And the irony is just dripping from the screen. Steffy is hunting down a man who is currently stuffed in a box at her rival's company. It's almost Shakespearean in a weird, trashy soap way. Steffy is so determined to win this fashion war that she doesn't realize she is walking right into the middle of a homicide investigation waiting to happen. Every time Steffy asks about Remy, every time his name is mentioned, you can see Hope flinch. The guilt is already starting to eat at her mind. You can see the dark circles forming under her eyes. She is jumping at shadows. When someone knocks on the door, she probably thinks it's the police, or worse, Steffy. Because Steffy is relentless. If Steffy gets even a hint that something is wrong, she will tear that studio apart with her bare hands. She will open every single crate. And if Steffy finds Remy's body, oh my God, the fallout would be nuclear. The Forrester versus Logan war would turn into a literal true crime documentary. And honestly, I have to wonder about the fans on social media. I haven't even checked Twitter yet because I know it's going to be an absolute war zone. The Hope fans are going to be defending her to the death, saying it was an accident, that Remy pushed her to it, that she was just trying to protect her livelihood. The Steffy fans are going to be calling for Hope's head on a spike, saying she's a hypocrite and a murderer and that she always plays the victim. And then there are the people who are just going to be laughing at the fabric crate thing. Because let's be real, it is a little bit funny in a very dark, twisted way. A fashion crate. Only on a soap opera, right? Only on B&B would someone hide a dead body in a shipping container meant for imported Italian silk. It's campy, it's ridiculous, and I kind of love it even though it makes no sense. But stepping back and looking at the bigger pattern here, this feels like a massive shift for the show. Usually, our secrets are about who slept with who, or who stole a design, or who is secretly someone's mother. We don't usually get accidental manslaughter and body concealment in the middle of a fashion launch. This feels different. It feels like the writers are taking a huge swing. They're pushing Hope into a corner she has never been in before. She has always been the victim. She has always been the one crying tears of betrayal. Now, she is the perpetrator. She is the one hiding a dark, terrible truth. And how is this going to affect her relationship with Deke? They're trauma bonded now. They share a secret that could put them both in prison for a very long time. Is this going to turn into a romance? A dark, twisted romance built on the grave of Remy Price? Or are they going to turn on each other? Because Deke is the one who convinced her to hide the body. When the guilt gets to be too much, is Hope going to confess and throw Deke under the bus? Or is Deke going to hold this over her head to keep his job at Logan? The power dynamics here are just fascinating. It's messy, it's complicated, and it's so toxic. And what about Melissa Dillon? She is Remy's cousin. She has been hiding that fact from everyone, especially Elektra, but eventually someone is going to notice that Remy is missing. He can't just disappear into thin air. Melissa is going to start asking questions. She's going to start looking for him. And she works at Forrester. She's hanging out with RJ. She's close to Elektra again. The web of lies is just expanding so fast, it's making my head spin. Well, Spencer is going to get dragged into this because of his connection to Elektra and Logan. Katie is going to get dragged into this. If Katie finds out that her new star designer and her niece killed a guy in her secret studio, she might actually have a heart attack. Literally. We all know Katie's heart history. This kind of stress could literally kill her. The collateral damage from this one push is going to be astronomical. I don't know how they're going to get out of this. Usually, on soaps, the truth always comes out. It might take 6 months, it might take a year, but it always comes out. The body in the crate is a ticking time bomb. Someone is going to move that crate. Someone is going to open it. Maybe an intern looking for some blue silk. Maybe Charlie Weber doing a random security sweep. Can you imagine Charlie finding the body? He would lose his mind. But until then, we're going to have to watch Hope slowly lose her grip on reality. So yeah, that is where we are at. A dead body, a fabric crate, a guilty Logan, and a clueless Forrester on the hunt. I'm honestly exhausted just thinking about it. I need to take a nap, but I also need to rewatch that scene just to make sure I didn't hallucinate the whole thing. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Are you Team Hope? Do you think Deke is evil for making her hide the body? How long until Steffy opens that crate? It's going to be a wild ride, and I am here for it, even if it is completely unhinged. I will see you guys in the next update.